C'est parti, bonjour, on y va. Je suis pas full stuff, mais disons que j'ai quelques équipements quoi. Ok. Bon, l'objectif ça va être de traverser et de passer par là, je suppose. Quel con, pourquoi je suis tombé? C'était pas la guerre. Exactement. Oh, on va la garder là du coup. Comment on fait? Je comprends pas. Ah d'accord. Logiquement c'est censé être plus clair pour vous que pour moi en termes d'éclairage. On voit vraiment pas grand chose. Donc là on est à la seconde guerre mondiale. Seconde guerre mondiale. La première fois on était à la première guerre mondiale, là on est à la seconde. C'est-à-dire qu'on arrive à... On voyage dans le temps.
a little one should be working again. Let me see. Oh, well then. Maybe this is a special beach for soldiers who died in battle.
Maybe we should get the hell out of here.
Yes.
I'm surprised. I thought you would have abandoned BB by now.
Discard precious hardware? Never. So, do you still share memories? I see.
Stay here. Seems like I got other memories to tend to. I'm taking him down as you get us both out of here.
You know, Sam, I'm starting to understand why BB is so important to you.
Huh?
It's just a tool. Life and death are supposed to be irrelevant. But we've got attached to each other all the same, haven't we?
Kid's not just a tool. Name's Lou.
Lou, huh? That's a good name.
En parlant de boss fight, Alex, j'ai refait le boss fight sur la partie de ma copine. J'aurais juste dû prendre une machine gun et je l'aurais tué. D'ailleurs, j'aurais pu juste rentrer avec Mama et le tuer. Mais ça, en soi, ça a juste fait que je pouvais récolter plein de trucs chiro. Rejoindre Deadman. Je suppose qu'il faut que je monte et que ce soit pas ma guerre, c'est ça? En général, les boss où on peut s'échapper pendant, on ne loupe pas grand chose. On peut pas louper de cinématique réellement dans le jeu, je pense. Pourtant le vétéran était censé être gentil, non? Non, je disais juste que moi je pensais qu'il était neutre. En soi, je sais pas s'il y a vraiment un rapport avec l'histoire de Higgs. C'est ça que je me pose comme question.
Get my beat.
Je fais ça pour recharger. Les grenades pour lui c'est pas efficace. Putain mais tire.
We need reinforcements. Move. Engage on sight.
Pas comment mais alors le vétéran c'est X. Là je me suis demandé si Deadman n'était pas X entre guillemets, mais non, j'y crois zéro. Je me débrouille plutôt bien, je trouve. Putain, j'ai plus de mine en fait. We need reinforcements!
Fuck.
Move!
Ok. Putain, le mec au lance-roquette carrément. Pardon. On met le bras de micro correctement.
This is all my fault. I should never have put you in that prison.
Épée. Donc on est au chapitre... On a fait le chapitre 7 qui s'appelle Clifford. Je sais pas si ça va le valider direct du coup. Enfin, si on va directement passer au chapitre 8 après la cinématique, je sais pas. Si on passe... Là, on est chapitre 7, je pense qu'on est à la moitié du jeu. Moitié... Peut-être pas loin de la moitié du moins. Donc ça peut être une bonne chose dans le sens où, vu qu'il y a encore pas mal de choses à raconter, je pense que l'histoire là va être omniprésente. La moitié ça veut rien dire sur le jeu. Oui, non mais oui, je sais bien. Mais je pense qu'on est à la moitié. Putain, j'ai flippé ça. Oh, j'ai eu trop peur.
Lou, how's little Lou doing?
No response.
Well, look at that. That child's taking a shine to
Le roi
me.
des cœurs.
You two were out cold, so I had you brought here. You were right. Whatever you did back there returned us to our own world. I put your cargo and gear in your private box. You slept for a whole day, you know. Slept like the dead. I'm already back in Capital Knot. Fragile's beach has been coming in handy. Sam, I owe you an apology. Lou was the name you were going to give your own baby if he'd had made it. I should have pieced it together sooner.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I found some records from 10 years ago. A death, sudden, in the middle of a town. Young woman in the prime of her life. Nobody knew until it was too late. A void out. Her husband, who was a member of Bridges, had dooms. He tried, but he couldn't get to her in time. The whole town was wiped off the map, leaving nothing but a big crater and him. Because he was a repatriate. People wanted answers. Did the man hide his wife's body on purpose? The only survivor was the only suspect. He was easy to blame, and people did. And pretty soon, they were blaming Bridges too. The man felt responsible, so he left. And his wife, who died, her name was Lucy. She'd been pregnant, poor woman. They were going to name their son Lou.
Didn't happen.
But it did. President Strand told me. She talked about you all the time. He didn't have to cut all ties and walk away, she said.
You wanna shut the fuck up?
Calm down, Sam. Take a seat. I told you before about my body. 70% harvested from cadavers. Do you want to know the real reason why? Because the story you've heard is one I made up. The truth is, I'm Frankenstein's monster. Artificial, grown from pluripotent stem cells. And when that vital spark didn't manifest in all my organs, they replaced the defective ones with those of the dead. I never had a birthday. I'm a soulless meat puppet. No ka, a dead man. People born the traditional way have beaches. You have one. BB too. But I have no such connections. No mother. No afterlife. No beach. You see now why I'm so obsessed with it all? Why I joined Bridges? The battlefield. Now that was an awful beach. But strangely, I didn't hate it. Because I knew you were coming for me. I've never felt that before. Connected to someone, anyone. You didn't have to cut all ties and walk away. The president was right about that much.
Wasn't anything to walk away from. It's not like I was ever welcome there.
Come on, even I was welcome. Oh, that. You were holding it. It's an old dog tag, US issue. Wasn't easy prying it out of your hand. Clifford Unger, as you can see. I looked him up in our database. Found a match. He was US Army Special Forces. Fought in Kosovo, Iraq, Afghanistan.
That's him.
Well, that's all I've managed to dig up so far. You must be caked in chiral matter from the battlefield. Time for a shower, I'd say. Oh, I won't be joining you this time. The Die Hardman issue is no longer a concern. I've seen to it that our conversations won't be recorded.
Ok. Ah putain, j'avais une commande, c'est vrai, du coup. J'avais pris une commande à ce moment-là et je savais pas que ça allait se barrer comme ça, en fait. Ah putain, on peut retourner sur le champ de bataille. Peut-être prendre une douche. Et B.
Sam, do you copy? As you might have suspected, time here stopped while you two were on that battlefield. If my thinking is correct, the dimension to which you traveled is a kind of beach. To explain a little, our bodies, our ha, all occupy the same world, but our souls, our ka, have beaches all their own. These beaches are given form inside our brains by our beliefs, religion, philosophy, and so forth. As a result, a beach can be anything, and those anythings form a multiverse. However, if many people die at once, their beaches can become entangled, creating a strand field. This phenomenon is exacerbated in wartime by omnipresent feelings of resentment and despair. Beaches are more easily and frequently entangled. On such a beach, exits vanish and experiences cycle endlessly. Picture it like a record player. The needle skips, playing the same phrase again and again. They're fighting a battle that has no beginning or end.
Il manifeste la grève de faim chez lui, du coup. Nous aussi, parce qu'on sait pas encore c'était le
you visited was in Eastern Europe in World War II. Which is strange, given that the man you encountered, Clifford Unger, played no part in that conflict. I can't explain it, but if you can connect me to the chiral network, who knows what we might discover.
Still there, Sam? If so, I have a request. When you're ready, head upstairs to the delivery terminal.
Je regarde parce que le truc disait qu'il fallait que je prenne une douche. Donc ça c'est fait. Hein. Plus de... La bière. La bière. Trop de bière, tu la bière. Nickel. Ah, j'ai oublié de changer les trucs, tant pis.
Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you? What are you doing here? My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were there.
Intéressant. Je savais pas que c'était vous dans la vie. Ça se trouve, l'histoire qu'il nous a racontée, le monsieur, c'est l'histoire de vous. Ça se trouve, c'est l'histoire de justement Clifford Unger. Et que nous, du coup, on l'appelle Lou parce que je sais pas, notre esprit un peu s'en mêle avec le sien ou avec les souvenirs du gamin, tu vois, c'est logique après tout.
Sam, the west side of that region is covered by a massive tar belt. Beyond it is Edgenut City, the last bastion of civilization you'll find that far out. It's your final destination. Once you use the qubit to connect it, the chiral network will span the entire continent. The rebirth of America is so close. And remember, that's where Amelie is being held captive. We need you to bring her home safely. But before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie. Hartman will help you get it done.
Sam, I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know the reason why. Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the death stranding. Suffice it to say,
1 minute remaining.
I don't have much time. See to your preparations. I'll be waiting. You'll find an official order on the terminal.
Faut livrer Mama. 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 Bah. Du coup, ça on le livre en retard en fait.
Hey, Sam. Look, I'm sorry to impose on you once again, but we wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Thank you. Your contribution can't be overstated.
Oui bah écoutez, j'ai été emporté dans une tornade, on peut peut-être le pardonner ça, non? Non, t'inquiète.
Good work. New order available.
Alors, commande livrable par bot. Bois naturellement résistant. Bon, on va faire ça, ça a l'air chiant. Et c'est parti! Il chante et tout. Allons livrer Mama. Vêtements d'hiver. Non, la flemme. Livraison de Mama. Alors, on va prendre une échelle, une encre. On va prendre un camion. Mais non, on va prendre Mama sur nous, vous êtes cons quoi.
All right, Sam. Take care of her. And don't worry, she won't go necro. Milligan special. Be funny if these haw of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
T'as des robots à ton service? Ouais. Enfin en fait ça fait un moment qu'on nous l'avait donné, mais c'est vrai que j'avais oublié d'utiliser, c'est les robots qui permettent de livrer des trucs à notre place. Bon, alors déjà, Il faut qu'on aille ici. Donc, autant vous dire qu'en passant par là, ça va être compliqué. Et que je pense... Franchement... Je pense que ça va être complicated de y aller entièrement en véhicule. Ça n'a pas l'air excessivement loin, pour être honnête avec vous. Donc je pense que ça peut être intéressant d'y aller à pied. Du moins en partie. Du coup, on va fabriquer un équipement. On va faire... On va faire ça. Le cadavre il est assis à côté de nous, c'est bizarre. Faut passer par là.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Quick weapons restrictions lifted.
Inutile de vous dire qu'on va devoir y aller à pied. Putain. Oh, ça commence bien. Ça commence bien. On va passer réellement. On va devoir monter par là, monter par là. Et ça va être chaud, hein. Oh, ça va être méga chaud. Bah, faire le tour de la montagne, en fait, ici il y a de l'eau. Ici il y a de l'eau en fait, et là il y a littéralement un ravin, donc on peut pas monter par là. J'ai déjà essayé de descendre par là en fait. Tu vois, genre ascension. Ça un peu compliqué. J'ai fait me péter la gueule d'ailleurs, je vais tomber dans le trou. Oui, je peux passer la neige, j'ai l'équipement pour. Mais non, justement. Justement, j'ai oublié mon équipement, quel connard. Oh, mais quel connard. Justement, je viens de capter pourquoi j'ai galéré autant. Non mais le truc c'est que la téléportation là, ça m'a pas arrangé, ça m'a pas aidé. Parce que justement, du coup, j'ai pas... J'ai pas mes nouvelles jambes. Je me disais bien qu'il me manquait des trucs. Alors, casier privé. Donc, squelette renforcé, non. Squelette tout terrain, oui. Voilà, merci. Ensuite, il y a les blindages, mais je suis pas sûr que ça va être nécessaire. Les bottes. Voilà. Les gants. Voilà. Ça va être mieux comme ça. Garage. Entreposé. Et on va prendre la moto de Michel. On va voir si ça passe en moto. J'étais toute là-dessus, mais... Surtout, je suis pas censé pouvoir monter comme ça. Ouais. Je pense pas que je suis censé monter comme ça. Là, la moto elle se prenait des cailloux que je pouvais pas voir du coup. Quel est l'intérêt d'aller là? En vrai, la conduite dans ce jeu, ça va, franchement ça va. Les camions, en fait, les camions sont un peu compliqués à conduire, mais franchement ça va. Il y a des jeux pires comme Watch Dogs ou je dirais des jeux comme APB qui sont compliqués. Oh putain, on arrive déjà. Regardez le lac qui forme un cœur. C'est pas une blague hein, si on oublie le truc. Mais je voulais de la musique. Et oui. Je l'ai déjà écouté mais je l'adore cette musique. En plus on est dans un des décors que je pense... Dans un des décors qui je pense est mon préféré en fait. J'adore les décors enneigés comme ça. Est-ce que vous voyez la même chose que moi? C'est pas beau, putain. J'espère que vous pouvez voir le jeu vraiment en bonne qualité avec le stream parce que c'est tellement beau, bordel.
To maintain my position. Straight from this heart of rusted tin. And I wonder if I survive. Without you.
C'est beau putain. Bon, du coup t'as pu quand même voir quand même les magnifiques jambes qui paraissent vraiment bien grimper dans la neige.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
C'est en feu. Livraison du corps.
Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Bon, je l'ai un peu endommagé, je suis désolé. Je tombais quoi, j'avais pas mes jambes.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
T-Post time, cette fois-ci je la laisse parce qu'il y a Alex. Yes. On va pouvoir avoir HEARTMAN, plaque thermique. Cool. C'est stylé.
Please proceed into the facility with the cadaver. Good work.
Surtout le mécanique qui a fond. Il donne tout dans la typose, j'avoue. Regardez ce qu'il y a écrit en bas à gauche. Ouais, je sais pas pourquoi il y a écrit ça. Ah, parce que c'est HEARTMAN. C'est lui qui va se ressusciter. Oh putain, encore un personnage en couleur. Putain, il a toute sa maison, elle est en coussin quoi. Enfin, genre le sol est en coussin.
Hartman.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Ah, c'est pas con ce que tu dis, Alex. Que le mec il se crée des morts pour pouvoir faire des observations.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down. Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there. Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day.
Oh la vache.
60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
Oh, balèze. C'est balèze. Ça doit être contre son gré, ouais.
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiphomia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Hartman's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know, I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
All so you could say goodbye.
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Hartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation. Oh.
Apparemment, il se l'auto-infligeait avant et maintenant il...
A body that doesn't necrotize.
Peut-être qu'il se l'auto-inflige aussi.
No
et
sign
que
of decomposition.
Ça lui permet
It's as if she were still
d'essayer
alive.
de les trouver.
The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible.
Il a quand même un cœur
All I know is that
difforme.
I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions. I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger. His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling his strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ouah, c'est chaud. Non, je peux pas bouger. Le but, c'est que je me détende et que j'attende qu'ils reviennent. Non, c'est des reproductions d'échoués. C'est marqué vision d'artiste si tu regardes bien. On voit plus. Mais c'est des visions d'artistes. J'essaie de zoomer sur des endroits. Hein. C'est stylé, ça change.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition.
Je sais pas du tout, Alex. Si ça a des
Most of
dents
life's
réellement, des
basic
baleines.
functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music? Watch films? You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me. As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach. The people who died in the 2 void outs were there. What happened? What's going on? I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart, but it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am Hartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research.
Le son est bien synchronisé hein, sur le live.
It's funny though. Even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prep-your-own station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's tried to tell a story one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the earth then are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the North Cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact. I'll unlock the door for you.
Ah putain, vous pouvez pas mieux finir.
Sam, you heard him. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal.
Génial. Putain. Oh putain, on va sûrement s'arrêter là-dessus, je vais juste regarder c'est quoi la mission. C'était génial. Cette fin de cinématique est trop bien. J'adore l'humour de Kojima, elle est toujours légère et
Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar. The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the chiral network. Now, we don't know the first thing about Amelie's status or what Higgs is up to. That's a concern for us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edgenot City. And that means connecting this region first. You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish the delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here.
Ok.
Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station.
Ok. Et bien on fera ça la prochaine fois. Je regarde juste. Ouh. Ah oui, ça va être chaud en fait. Parce que le mieux c'est de le faire avec en un seul voyage.
A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research into prehistoric extinction events. He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination. No doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig. Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his health improve. So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
The stratum the team was investigating dates from the end of the Cretaceous period, the time of the infamous mass extinction, which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the Earth. It's the most recent of the Big Five, and one of the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen. In any event, our team found something truly remarkable. Can you guess what it was? A fossil beach. If that is indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
One more thing, Sam. For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb. A Bridges paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open. Now, hopefully I don't need to tell you to be extra careful when handling high-yield explosives, but in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no matter what. Thermal pad. Indispensable gear for cold weather operations, especially useful when traversing snow-capped mountains.
Dispositif pouvant être attaché à l'épaule ou à la hanche s'active automatiquement en cas de chute de neige. Quoi? Afin de réchauffer l'utilisateur. Les plaques thermiques peuvent permettre de réduire la de consommation d'énergie sous la... Ah! On va en faire deux, je suppose. Échelle. Encre. Et un spray. J'espère qu'avec ça, ça va être bien.
Sam, I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you need to be extremely careful with that antimatter bomb, especially when transporting it by a carrier or vehicle. Any irregularities should trigger an alarm. Don't ignore it.
Alors, comment vous dire? Je pense que on va utiliser un véhicule. Je regarde juste le chemin vers lui. Mon véhicule, ça risque d'être compliqué. Je pense qu'on va utiliser un transporteur. Hein. Attendez. Précipitation. Bon, j'espère qu'il n'y aura pas d'échoué, mais s'il y en a, il faudra qu'on fasse attention, c'est tout. Je prépare juste pour la prochaine fois, donc voilà. Je prépare. Fabriquer un équipement. On va créer deux transporteurs. De toute façon, on peut pas créer de véhicule, donc obligé d'y aller comme ça. Et on va créer... Donc... un filet d'assaut non létal, je pense. Ça, c'est au cas où. On va recréer des bottes. On va recréer des gants. Notre squelette il est toujours là. On va se prendre un Mississippi, voire 2. Ah, on peut en créer qu'un seul. Bon, on va se créer qu'un seul, voilà. Comme ça, là, on est vraiment ready, quoi. Recycler. Donc on va recycler les gants là. On va recycler des bottes. Et ça me semble bien. En vrai, je suis pas obligé de recycler les bottes, mais c'est histoire de... Ok.
Thank you for your contribution.
Regardez, on peut monter dessus. Donc sur le transporteur, on va mettre la bombe. On va mettre ça. On va même pouvoir en mettre. Voilà. Vous savez quoi, on va pouvoir tout mettre dessus en fait. Casier privé. Les bottes, le transporteur. Bon, on a 2 échelles, 2 encres, un spray colmatant, un Mississippi au cas où il faut qu'on recharge, une encre d'escalade en plus. Je pense que, en vrai, 2 ça pourrait suffire. On a des plaques thermiques pour résister, de quoi se gérer les mules en cas de problème, des bottes en cas où, les grenades et 3 grenades hématiques, enfin 15 grenades hématiques au cas où on a des échoués sur la gueule ou un boss, une grenade fumigène pour ninja, des poches de sang au cas où, des bottes, et logiquement on est censé avoir assez de chiralium, faudra qu'on chope des chiralium sur le chemin, ça serait cool. Je pense que ce qui peut être intéressant c'est de récupérer un maximum de chiralium justement, enfin de cristaux. Et voilà, on n'est pas trop mal. Je pense qu'on est bien. Je vais juste sauvegarder. Et on va pouvoir se quitter là YouTube. Des bisous.